Ah, such beautiful music. You can easily stay on this screen and just listen to the orchestral prelude music. It is quite wonderful. Oh, Ammon has a pained leg. He is bedridden. Well, I certainly hope that you enjoy watching the stream as well, Ammon. Now, I need to remember that I can actually click out of the Final Fantasy screen, and it'll just simply drop the FPS in Final Fantasy, well, you know, the speed of the game being processed at all, so that everything else I'm clicking on has better responsiveness. But for now, we're going to be starting a new character. Now, I've already got a character in the game. I've been playing it for the last couple of days. Many of you on my friends list will have already seen, and it looks like it's going to give us a little bit of an intro cutscene. I'll actually let that play, just for the sake of it. It's actually a pretty cool cutscene while I explain some other things. Now, I'm going to be trying a couple of servers. Quite a few of them are full at the moment, so I may be hopping around, but the one nice thing about this game is it allows you to save your custom character look, so that I can easily, if I do happen to try and join a full server and it says, no, you can't join it, then I can just jump onto another one. And whichever one I settle on, I'll then be playing that. I may be streaming and or recording this occasionally and putting it up on my channel. But, that would be quite pretty if it, you know, wasn't balls of flaming death coming down. I mean, fireworks, this would be an awesome display. I mean, this would be multi-million gil display right here. I mean, look at the extent of it. This part not as pretty to look at, but it has a certain barren beauty about it. Pitched battle. Gets the blood pumping. Also, chocobos, or however many millions of ways that you can pronounce that word. I will probably change my pronunciation of chocobo millions of times throughout me recording and streaming this. Just a forewarning there. I don't care how you pronounce it. I'm going to pronounce it however my tongue decides it should be pronounced at that particular moment in time. Prince Nightstar, how did the ferrets go, Havok? I don't have any ferrets yet. They only breed about June or July, and their kits need... well, they'll gestate for about 4 weeks. Well, a little bit longer than that. And they'll need about 8 weeks with their mother, I think. So it's gonna be middle of the year that I'm gonna get a ferret, or if not the end of the year. Metasapia, pronounce it chocolate. I can't pronounce it chocolate. I'll keep trying to eat my mount. My brain is very impressionable. If I call something a food name, or if something smells like food, my brain will consider it fair game for my stomach. It's a very, very difficult situation to be in, because like lots of my friends have like fruit-smelling shampoos, and I find myself constantly chomping on the back of their head. Very awkward. Now that is a pretty impressive dragon. You know a dragon is badass when they have to lock it inside a moon. And it survives. Wakana, Lalafell is Master Race. Have fun in Final Fantasy XIV. Lalafell represent, I guess. You also know if a dragon is badass when it flaps its wings and it unleashes a missile barrage. I mean, there's dragons that breathe fire, and then there's dragons that basically shock and awe. I can accept why he's in a bad mood, though. I'd be in a pretty cranky mood if I'd been hiding that many missiles into my armpits. Dutchin, Avek, if you had to describe tea in one sentence, what would that sentence be? More badass than that dragon in every quantifiable way. That's how I describe T. Chat! Final Fantasy, directed by Michael Bay. Yes, actually, that is pretty apt. It isn't a proper spell unless it has crazy runes and shenanigans going all over the sky whenever you cast it. However, Bahamut has said no to that. He wants none of these spell shenanigans. I have to say, though, I do really like the CGI. Square Enix do quite a few things really well. CGI is one of them. King Alpal, badass T, that would have to be Lapsang Souchong, wouldn't it? Yes. Someone in chat just asked, no, he sacrificed himself. Why? Well, in a word, this, basically. This is now here because he sacrificed himself. Did you see what was happening just at the moment that he did that? That would have been the alternative. So, you know, as far as returns on sacrificing go, his paid off pretty well, I would say. You know, that would have to be one of the great top 10 sacrifices of all time. In my opinion, that would definitely rank in the top 10. Sleepy Joe. This is the 2.5 update to Robocraft, dude. So it is. Sleepy Joe knows what's up. Robocraft has come a long way. You can build your own Chocobo by bolting on different parts. It's fantastic. Depending on the armor cubes you use, the Chocobo will have different abilities, like, you know, being able to climb over mountains, run across rivers. Avak Jr. in chat said, Avak, do you love thy Chocobo? And I told you, I'm going to say it a different way. Chocobo. Eventually, my tongue will decide how that word tastes, and that's how it should be pronounced. Eventually. I'll need to say it a lot more before I get to that point, though. But, do you love thy Chocobo? Yes or no? No is the wrong answer. Well, to be honest, Avak Jr., loving thy Chocobo is probably illegal. Okay, well, there we go. That's the start. Now, as I was getting to saying, there are a number of places that we can go to pick a server. From what I've been told, interestingly enough, the North American and the European servers are all hosted in the same place on the world, and that is Canada. Don't ask me why. It doesn't really make much sense. The Japanese servers are hosted in Japan. There are 2 Japanese servers, 3 North American servers, and 1 European server. However, as ping is not really a concern, since I'm going to have the same ping regardless, I'm freed up in that sense. The only caveat is that because it's called the European server, there's more likely to be people from Europe playing on the European server, generally speaking, so more people in my time zone. However, There is one fairly big exception to this that I would imagine. Now, Balamung is the official unofficial. That is, it is unofficial, but it's more or less accepted by the entire community as the official roleplay server, with Gilgamesh as the secondary roleplay server. Now, from what I understand, Gilgamesh has the larger European population. I believe Balamung... Now, without going into the long and storied past of this particular game, that is Final Fantasy XIV, I think Balamung is the legacy roleplay server, and that is legacy characters that came over from this game's initial iteration that, for better or worse, evolved into this one. Probably better, really, in almost every measurable sense. But that means I'm going to try and go for the Gilgamesh server. If you're wondering, is this going to be a roleplay stream, roleplay recording? Not really. I have no particular designs on that, but as I do like a bit of the play of role, occasionally, I like to have the option. And generally speaking, it is my opinion that whilst you'll typically not be given a hard time for not role-playing on a role-play server, because generally not role-playing, it's just not talking to people, or you know, if you just talk normally and don't use too many emoticons or talk about real life, you're effectively role-playing for all intents and purposes, at least on a very shallow way. People can overlook it. You're not going to be given a hard time for it. But trying to find role-play, if you want it, on a non-role-play server, very hard. So, we're going to pick... Where are you? Goblin? I don't want to be on a server called Goblin. We'll go on Gilgamesh. The dude, I'll roleplay for you, Avak. Not now, the dude. Later. Right. Now, as I was mentioning, we will have a bit of a... This server may be full, and it may reject me making a new character on it. Unfortunately, annoyingly, it will do that at the end of character creation. But it will save the character appearance, so I can then just look for another server. I've got other ideas. Now, for the good chunk of this part of the stream, I'm going to just be making a character. That's your forewarning. Going to be making a character on stream, then going to be playing it, probably on stream. And occasionally I might record episodes if I just want to play by myself and just go do some quests and things like that. But I'm going to be putting a lot of this up on my channel. Now then, let's see. Spectral light. That was not a noise I was expecting. The purr comes when the purr wants to come. You can't expect it. It's unexpected. Now, these are the races. We've got the Rogadin, sorry. I forget what these were called initially, and in Final Fantasy XI, where more or less all the same races were represented, but they had different names. The Mikote, the Lalafell, the Elzen, and the Hyr, or Hyr. The Hyr are, for all intents and purposes, human. The Elzen, for all intents and purposes, elves. The Lalafell, for all intents and purposes, cute. The Mikote, for all intents and purposes, catgirls. Don't be confused by the fact that you can now have a male. Never used to be able to have a male. It was always only a female. And these guys were usually always only male. In fact, in Final Fantasy XI, it pretty much stated they have no gender. But they're quite muscular creatures. They also had a tail because they were basically lizards. But they had no gender. I liked that about them. You know, I was like, well, they don't actually have a gender, but they're pretty big and burly and muscular, so we're just calling them men. And also, the, I think they were called Mithras in Final Fantasy XI. Well, they must have males because they clearly breed. They're placental mammals because they've got belly button. That's a good sign that they breed kind of in that way. But we've never seen the males. We don't know what the story is with them. Probably locked in dungeons in their homeland. We don't ask. They'll never tell. But now you can be a male. So if you happened to want to play a game with catgirls, in this one you can actually be a catgirl, which, is a big technological step forward for many people. The Lalafell are literally just the embodiment of cuteness. Rogadin. Oh, the females look far more human than the males do. I was expecting the females to be a little bit more bulky, but okay. In fact, I mean, that female could easily pass for a regular human. I guess the nose is a little bit different, but actually, for all intents and purposes, just a large woman. The Elzen, though, very interesting dimensions. Their legs are just far too long, really. Their necks are also pretty long. Their heads, as a result, seem bloody tiny. They've got these huge long bodies, but their heads are the same normal kind of skull shape as a human's, so they just look, to me, it looks like they've had shrunken heads. I can never get past that. I really want to find the Elzen aesthetically pleasing, but the heads just look too small for their bodies. Way too small. Now, let's see what's going on in chat at the moment. Metasapia, they're just highly developed snails. I have no idea which one you were talking about when you said that, but I'm going to agree with it. But I'm fairly certain I'm going to be going higher. But I'll read them through anyway, just for the sake of it. The higher... I really don't know how to pronounce a Y and a U. The higher are said to have first travelled to Eorzea from the surrounding continents and islands. 3 great migratory waves later, they are now the most populous of all the civilized races because they have sex all the time. It's all they think about, just having sex, bonking. You can't turn your back on them for 5 minutes before they start to hump something. They exhibit a relatively modest physique, both in height and build, but an incredibly efficient penis, and are known for their peculiarly short, rounded ears. Hires are well suited for travelling long distances by foot, a trait thought to account for their swift proliferation. No one really talks about the fact that they've just got hugely efficient penises, because it just wouldn't be polite in most conversation. But I am not thus limited. Their espousal of an eclectic variety of languages and traditions is a legacy of their diverse heritage, as is their resulting lack of unified cultural identity. Let me take a sip of tea. I believe some people in the chat have keeled over and are dying from laughter. Well, you know, it's not very nice to make fun of their hugely efficient penises. They're a little bit sensitive because everyone else picks up on it. No one says anything, but, you know, come on. Right, the Elezen. In former times, the Elezen were the sole inhabitants of Eorzea, claiming dominion over her. Traditionally a nomadic people, the tall, slender Elezen believed the realm to be theirs by divine right. Unfortunately, this belief made the eventual appearance of the Higher in their multitudes akin to an invasion, and a long history of conflict ensued. Ultimately, the Elezen diverged into 2 clans that exist today. The Wildwood Elezen took to the forest to protect their homeland, while the Duskwhite Elezen withdrew to caves and subterranean areas, opting instead to avoid all contact with any but their own. So you got Wood Elves and Dark Elves, basically. Really, you're making this far too easy for me, Square. The Lalafell are a wee people. They're also Scottish. Ah, fantastic. Sporting short, rotund bodies. They're also very similar to Scots. The Lalafell appear as no more than children to the eyes of most. That isn't very, very true of the Scots. Many of these nimble little folk hail from the islands of the South Seas, where they practice a simple agricultural lifestyle, quite quaint really, and very befitting of their cuteness. It was not until the opening of maritime trade routes that the gradual migration of Lalafell to Eorzea began. Now, one of the most well-established races in the realm, Lalafells can be found in great numbers in nearly every city. Their penises are almost as efficient as the Hires. Though Lalafell culture places great emphasis on blood relations, individuals are known for getting along amicably with members of all races. Callum Steele, Avak makes it sound like the Hire are like snakes and have a hemopenis. For all intents and purposes, 2 penises. Well, it's not quite. And besides, from the way it writes, I would say the Hire are more like echidnas, which have 4. They have 2 hemipenises. How these things existed, I don't even know. Man seems pretty proud of itself, but then how can it compare to a creature that has 4 dicks? Why does it even need that many? I just don't know, but apparently it does. It puts a whole new spin on Sonic and Knuckles, really. Mikote! The ancestors of the Mikote made their way to Eorzea during the Age of Endless Frost, traversing the frozen seas in pursuit of wildlife upon which they subsisted. Adaptation to a hunting lifestyle has fashioned them with a keen sense of smell, powerful legs, and a tail which provides them with an exceptional balance. And I'm almost certain that it has actually no effect on your character in-game, so that's a lie. Mikote are known to be very territorial, and many individuals tend to lead solitary lifestyles, particularly the males, which may be harking back to Final Fantasy XI. I'm not sure. Maybe that's why we never saw the males. They just didn't care to socialize. Okay, let's see what's going on in chat at the moment. Darkfire Phoenix, no matter how fun Avak describes the other races, I'll still go with a cat girl. You can go with whatever you want, Darkfire Phoenix. I'm not going to judge you. Other people might, but I won't. I understand these things. If there was a sheep race here, I would totally be going with that. I wouldn't actually be a sheep race, but I'd probably make friends with them very quickly. Dr. Moriarty, Avak, we do have the longest penis for body length among mammals, I think, even if we have only one. Yeah, but then you look at birds, and you realize that a duck's penis is about 2 or 3 times its entire body length, and it's just like, no matter how we want to try and make ourselves feel good, there are other things in nature that have just done it all better than us. Even if you just say, well, it's down to breeding, and there are a lot of us, we're better than any other animal, then you look to insects and like, oh, well, yeah, in one day the mayfly population probably exceeds ours by several trillion. Phytoplankton are beating us at the multiplication game. We may as well just give up. We're not good at anything, other than being snarky. Roigadin, known for their brawny builds and piercing eyes, the Roigadin are the largest and most rugged of Eorzea's races. The majority of the realm's Roigadin belong to the Seawolf clan, a maritime people who earn their keep on or by the sea, be it as sailors, fishermen, or pirates. Comparatively fewer in number are the Hellsguard, who are known for their more earnest demeanors and can often be found working as bodyguards and smithies. Okay. Fair enough. I think we all know which one I'm going to be going with. I would fail to relate to you. You're too cute to relate with at all, and I need to have some sort of relation to my character. I can't play a character that I can't empathize with on some level. I just couldn't. No matter how tragic the situation would be with you, I wouldn't be able to take it seriously because I'd just be thinking, well, I'm a Lalafell. What have I got to worry about? I'm just literally happiness embodied. Mikote? I mean, I guess, maybe. I don't know. No. The Roigadin? No, and the Elzen, too small of a head. It's going to have to be a higher. It has to be. As boring as that might be, it's going to be a higher. Let's move on. Uh-huh. He agrees. Okay. Aman, cat person, Avak, you purr. Occasionally. Midlander. The Midlander clan comprised over half of the total population of Eorzea's heirs. They have established themselves throughout every city in the realm and lead lives as diverse as their heritage. Trained in letters from infancy, the Midlanders are generally more educated than many of the other races and clans. Despite the fact that males tend to be slightly taller than females, there are no significant differences between the genders. Starting attributes: 21 strength, Dex 19, Vitality 20, 21 intelligence, 18 mind, and 21 piety, I believe that is. And Mr. Cool, Avak, please move chat off the screen. I don't want to look at the distracting awkwardness. No. Sorry, Mr. Cool. Well, I mean, if everyone wants me to turn off chat, I will. I don't have to have the chat overlay there. That'll be alright. I'm not going to faff around with moving it, though. So, if chat would prefer the chat overlay, which is currently here, to be gone completely, just let me know. Apparently, chat is fairly convinced that pi 21 is actually not piety, it's pi. We start with 21 pies. Now that could be awesome, or it could be terribly bad. Depends what the pie's made of. It all depends on what the pie's made of. What does chat believe that the pies are going to be made of? Sleepy Joe said, it's also not piety. But, okay. Thanks, Sleepy Joe. I don't know what it is. But, it could be pies. I really don't know. It seems that quite a few people in chat would actually prefer the chat to be gone. In that case, that actually makes it remarkably easy for me. There we go. Chat is now gone. Those who want to follow chat can just read the chat beside the stream. Okay, so that's the Midlander. Oh wow, the Highlander looks interesting. Highlanders were the first of the High Earth to reach Eorzea. Their name derives from their long tradition of building strongholds in the mountains. Oh, I like these people. Do you have dragons in your strongholds? Do you keep them as pets? Do you train them? Compared to their Midland brethren, the Highlanders are noticeably larger in build. Of late, Highlanders have become an increasingly rare sight in Eorzea. Oh, you're mysterious as well. Points going towards Highlander at the moment. Their number represented almost exclusively by those who fled Alamigo after its fall and now work in the desert city-state of Uldar as mercenaries and sellswords. I'm not too into mercenary and sellswordiness. You have a higher mind, lower amount of pies to start with, but you don't need as much because you're fairly robust, fairly tall. The young boyish Midlander clearly needs to grow a little bit more. I mean, look, he hasn't even got any hairs on his chest, and he's only just starting to grow a beard. He's probably barely out of infancy, really. So he needs those pies to be fair. You've probably gave up some of your pie share to let the Midlander start with a little bit more food. Much higher strength, higher dexterity as well, higher vitality, but lower intelligence and lower amount of pies. Let's see what's going on in chat right now. The Dapper Sheep is making the rounds. I hope everyone is calm. The Dapper Sheep usually only makes its presence known when there is great need. Apparently there is a drinking game going on in chat. Every time Avak turns horny, swig some vodka. Oh my lord, you're going to get very drunk watching me play this game then. This game does its very best to try and sexualize... Well, actually, I'm going to say that. It has sexualized clothes that you can choose, or very non-sexualized clothes that you can choose. It's really your choice. If you want to make a very sexy avatar, you can. Likewise, if you just want to make an avatar that looks like, these are the clothes that I wear when I kill things, then you can as well. And I quite like that, actually. I'm going to give it props for that. I really do appreciate that. I think we're going to have to go with Highlander. Though perhaps a little bit too tall. I don't know. I'll try and make it fairly close to my height. Does this tell me what your height is? 192 centimeters. That is much taller than me. I would have to drop your height to much shorter in order to take part in that. That would... about 2 centimeters off my height. If I were to drop your height all the way down. Out of curiosity, though, how tall are the Midlanders at max height? Appearance. You are literally, well, you're just about my height at max height, and I consider myself fairly average. So yeah, we'll go with the Highlanders. Although I'll just have to accept that I'm going to be a short Highlander. Okay, short Highlander we are. Damn it. I'm the runt of the litter, apparently. I didn't get enough pies. I clearly gave away far too many pies to those dwarfish Midlanders. They don't even have proper beards, but, well, you know, you gotta pity a race that don't have proper beards. It is... I'm just too kind. I really am. Chiseled. I wouldn't say I'm chiseled. Oh, right. Oh, sorry. I see. See, that's chiseled. That's smooth. Well, I'm certainly not. Well, actually, we're probably all right in the middle, actually. Can I get back to 50? Otherwise, he's going to do my head in. There we go. Good. Skin color. Much too dark-skinned. I am far, far more pale. We'll go with this. Hairstyle. This is where I'm going to spend a million years. Really? No. We can look around. Wow, you just look like you stopped caring at some point. You look like you do care, but you're going for the I don't care look, but you do. You look like you should be in Tekken. Wow. Okay, well, you know, that's a serviceable haircut. You've still got a bit of style, got a bit of length. You can do something with that for formal occasions, but otherwise it's, you know, military. Short, serviceable, takes almost no time at all to shower. I don't even know what happened here. Did you fall asleep and your niece attacked your hair? This looks like a man who has many nieces. Many nieces and is prone to naps at the most foolish times. Sleepy Joe too. This is the hair I wear when I kill people. Yes, oh well. That's actually also looks like hair you could wear when you were killing people. Conan the Barbarian there. Well, that looks probably closer to what my hair used to look like, but before I shaved it all off. That looks like very manly hair there. That's I'm trying to look like I don't try. Again. Conan, well this is the thing. That looks like how I usually had my hair styled, but this is still shorter than how my hair was. I didn't have the crazy braid thing. Who braids their hair and runs it across their brow? That's just weird. My lord. But seriously, that is a Conan the Barbarian look if I've ever seen it. This... Well, actually, no, you've got tattoos in your hair. Okay, then this is probably closer to what I look like right at the moment. Not quite. I could probably pull... Where are you? I could probably pull this off fairly easily. In like 2 or 3 weeks. But, no. It would all depend on the facial hair there. If you can't have the right beard, then you can't make that look anything other than I wish to kill you and eat your flesh so I may inherit your power. And I will do it without even changing my facial expression. I have done it that many times. You are literally just food to me. Let's have a look at the... Well, the hair color is not much point at the moment. Also, way too old looking. You look like you've seen far too many naval battles. And you've seen too many moons before you've even seen the sea. No. You look like a bit too happy to have that many scars. Likewise there, honestly. I'm not sure. Also your nose. Wow, you've got no nose bridge. Your brow literally comes down and connect, then your nose continues. I guess that's an older version of this guy. From what I recall, everything else can change based on the face set you go with. So we need to find facial hair, facial hair colors, hair style. No, jaw. Do we have no? Eye shape. No. Mouth, facial features. Oh, is this it? I mean, obviously, scars, really. I mean, that's just a terribly botched stitching job there. Are these the only options I have for beard? With that face, that's actually quite bad. Let's look. Have a look at you. I mean, you've got a fantastically manly beard. A little bit gruff, but you know, with the right clippers, you could easily get that reined in there. Mega bushy mustache there. I hadn't noticed that cleft in your chin either. This is an important decision, everyone. What about here? Please don't tell me that none of the beard options... I really wish you had better beard options, because that is not enough beard, really. That's just fluff on your chin. It needs to be a proper... I mean, I don't even mean that you need it going all along the jaw, but you can't just have that. You need the full thing for it to be taken seriously. And not that. What about you? You're our last bastion of hope. I mean, you've got the full beard along the jaw. Can we connect it? And will it look good if we do? That's the question. No, I mean, take some years off you in a way, but no. That... Maybe we'll have to add some hair. Let's see, what hair can we add? We can be a kind Conan. I am Conan after my bloodlust has run its course. I am gentle and kind. I have learned the ways of peace. Or, yeah, actually, that isn't too bad. This seems to connect with my inner self a little bit more. The beard, it does look like you're really struggling there on the mustache, but maybe we can find some sort of, I don't know, ground up bacon and just rub it into your upper lip for a little bit, you know, soak your face in vodka. It'll probably help it along. I'm fairly certain, yes. Oh, well, actually, you can even rock this one. Okay, I think I found the face. The nose. That is a shame. Someone didn't so much drop you on your head, just dropped you on your face a lot. And then maybe put a little bit of pressure at the back of your head so it shaped your face. But you've got some nice features about you. You even make the crazy hairs look okay. Alright, I've decided. I like you. We'll keep it. We're not going with that. Or that. You look like a bear. That just looks bad. That doesn't look as bad as that for some reason, but okay. Greenhorn look. Just come off the galley. This is your first voyage. Wow, you are actually managing to make most of these hairstyles look okay. I approve of this. It's very well done. But no, I think we'll be going with this. This is probably closer. Somehow that frames the face quite nicely. I like that. We're gonna go with this. Stockman, Alak, don't judge his nose. It's aerodynamic. Yeah, that's true. Actually, given that I'm basically trying to make this look closer to me at the moment, then we'll go with this. This shall be our character. A little bit light on the top and the sides and the everything. I mean, you are very, very quick with the razor there. You must shave like 4 times a day at least. I mean, my head looks stubbly after about an hour. My God, you must wax your head. That's the only possible explanation for this situation. But okay, we'll have a look at the other things now. Now we've got the important things. Yeah, my jaw is much stronger than that. My chin, not so much so. Let me have a look. I would say it's between 2 and 3. Probably closer to 3. My face is a little bit long. Okay. Eye shape. Have you got sad, turny, downy eyes at the corners? Apparently I've got very sad eyes. When I haven't got my glasses on and you can see them fully, my eyes turn down at the corners, at the outside corners. It makes my eyes always look forlorn, like I'm staring off into the distance and I'm seeing some sort of memory. Iris size. Small? Wow, no, my irises are huge. Well, my irises are normal sized, I would say, which is not small. Eye color. It's fairly pale blue. No, that's more grey than blue. It has like the little kind of star effect, the greeny star effect in the middle. But that's too strong a blue, and that's too light a blue. It would be somewhere in the middle there, but this, I think, will do. The dude, his face isn't the only bit of Avak that is long, I imagine. No, indeed, my feet are fairly long. Eyebrows. What eyebrows? This fellow clearly got a bit overzealous with waxing his head and stripped off his eyebrows as well. Fairly high ridges. I mean, my eyebrows don't come up in the corners like that. But they're... Yeah, I'd say that's probably closest. Yeah. When I relax my face and I'm not scowling intentionally, then I have I tend towards I'm interested in that look. Except for, you know, if I'm wearing my not wearing my glasses, then it's a more of a I'm interested in that. It reminds me of something that once held great importance to me, but I have now since lost. Okay, nose. Let us fix this nose of yours. Can we unbreak it? You must have played a lot of rugby wherever you came from. That is not right. I don't have a hawk nose either. Don't have a long... In fact, actually, I think the first nose is probably going to end up being the right one. Wow, that looks like a rugby accident nose. That looks like you were actually playing rugby. Yeah, you definitely played a few games of rugby and came off a lot worse for it. Your nose got spread over the rest of your face. So we'll be going with the default nose for that one then. And Sockman, Avak, now I see the lack of eyebrows is what's making his face weird. Yes, it is, Sockman. It is absolutely the lack of eyebrows that is making his face weird. If he had eyebrows there, I'd be able to relate with this a lot more, I imagine. But, you know what? It's fine. It's fine. I have occasionally shaved my eyebrows for thematic effect during October, during Halloween. I've got fairly thick lips, but not that thick. Let's see. Well, actually, number 1 is still better. I would probably say those, but I wish I had more controls, damn it. Give me Eve's level of character customization. I'd be able to sculpt something pretty much exactly like me at that point. Alright, lip color. My lip color is lip colored. Generally speaking. What on earth? Oh, right. Ah, I see. None, dark, light. What? Preview current. Previous current, I see. My lips are actually quite pale. Well, I say that. They're quite pale when I don't feel well. Normally, they're probably around... Go for a lighter version of it. About there. But when I'm actually not feeling well, they literally look like that. Most of my friends will ask me if I've got a headache long before I make it apparent, just because they can see the fact that my lips are losing the color of there being blood in them. Facial features. Well, we've already done this one. I'm not going to give you a scar. Maybe I'll give you a scar. I don't know. It's a story for a bar, you know. I don't have any facial scars. I've got scars the other way. But none that would be polite for me to show. I don't know. No, I think I relate to you a little bit better without facial scars. That's cute. And for the same reason, facial tattoos are a no. I have not got any tattoos on my face. I don't plan to have any tattoos on my face. Maybe I should put some tattoos on my head now that it is lacking in hair. That might be an interesting idea. But then how would the hair grow back? Oh, it would look very odd. I could give you freckles. No. I could give you eyebrows. Only they'd be fake. I could give you sunburn. Now, honestly, this is probably quite fitting for me. You've got terrible sunburn. You stepped outside for more than 4.38 seconds. Sunburn. Only the way I tend to look after I've got sunburn is more like this. Ah, Avak, you turned to face the sun for a few moments, didn't you? Yes, I did. Actually, how can you tell? Well, I'm just good at telling these things. No facial features. No, none of it. I can make Krillin. Is that a Chocobo chick? That is fantastic. X. No. Clown. What? Really? Rouge. Eyeshadow. Oh, actually, that might not be that far off. But, face paint color. It would have to be a darker one. What I'm trying to do is around my eyes is a lot darker than the rest of my face. I'm trying to create that look. I don't want it to look like a makeup though, but actually that's not far off. Yeah, it's not bad. It's a little bit, you know, like it was slapped on with a paintbrush, but okay. Okay, now, the final part. Voice.
Yeah!
Ah!
Yeah! Yeah!
Oh, I see. I see. Right, well, what's this one? Is this demure? Like, come to bed with me? Yes? Nod? What? Because that's more like, why yes, you can come and share my blanket. It is rather cold tonight. That is not a good laugh. Am I really going to be communicating through grunts? I'm not sure I like this. Or throwing tantrums. That does not look like the face of someone who throws tantrums. Wow, okay. You sound very, very constipated right now. I'm trying to work out if there's a pattern. I think maybe these are the high voices and these are the low ones. Okay, no. You really do sound like you're having the issue there. I can't tell if you're angry or really enjoying a meal with that one. Okay, these are the deep ones. I see. These voices are all too guttural for my lilting Welsh tones. My sonor... Well, it's not sonorous. Sonorous is deep, isn't it? My Welsh tenor does not agree with any of these. Wow, okay. I don't think that's good. No, I don't like that one. That one wasn't too bad. That one really is too deep. Growly. Yeah, they're just turning into... Wow, really? I might go with this just because that's a fantastic way to say no. I can't do that. Okay, I've gone off you now. We're gonna go to another one. I don't like that. I don't know, maybe that one. Okay, we're getting closer now. Until you laugh. You know what? Just never be happy enough to laugh and we'll get on. Let's try out 9. Okay, sounds like someone who's trying to take your food away from your bowl. Well, you know what? This laugh now seems a little bit better now that I've heard that one. But they all do sound a little bit slow. Okay, I think 10 is probably the closest one we're going to get. And actually, someone in chat just said that as well. Wiktnia, sorry. 10 is probably the closest you're going to get. Yes, I think it is. We're going to be going with 10. Sogment, that last IQ was 0.9. So mean, but so true. Right, okay then. Well, we've done everything here. We're going to move on. And confirm. Save appearance editor? Yes, because if I can't get into this area, then it's going to be an issue. Comment. Stream. Data saved. Fantastic. Specify your character's date of birth. Do I get any information about this? No. Eosian year consists of the moon, Menfina revolving around Hydalin's 2 astral and umbral poles, while fluctuating between each of the 6 elements. In this, the year can be said to be a length of 12 moons. Alright, and each moon is exactly 32 days. Alright then, we'll go around there. Let me see how it is. The 21st sun of the first... No, we don't want a sun. What? Are they all suns? Can we not find one that is the moon? No. No! Ah, they're all suns. Ah, my... Character, you're getting less and less like me every second. Oh well. We'll go with it for now. Okay. Halone. Halone, mover of glaciers and goddess of war, is the guardian deity of Ishgard. She commands the elements of ice and is associated with the first moon of the Eorzean calendar. Halone is the daughter of Rhalgr and a bitter rival of Nofika. She is the most often depicted as a relentless warrioress armed with a bronze great shield. Her symbol is the three spear. Menfina. How do these affect things? Elemental attributes, I see. Menfina is keeper of the moon and the goddess of love. Oh, I like that. She commands the element of ice. Oh, I like this even more. And is associated with the second moon of the Eorzean calendar. Menfina is the sister of Azima and the divine lover of Oshon. She is most often depicted as a maid carrying a round skillet. Her symbol is the full moon. Oh, I like you a lot. Full moon. Element of ice. Love. Ah, I think we found our goddess. But we'll continue reading. Thalyak, ruler of the rivers and wisdom, and god of knowledge. Oh, I like this one too. Is the guardian deity of Sharlayan. He commands the element of water and is associated with the third moon of the Eorzean calendar. Thalyak is the father of Himalen and the teacher of Birgot. He is most often depicted as a reserved scholar holding an ashen staff. His symbol is the scroll. Have we got any water? Well, I mean, I guess you are kind of water. I mean, it's going to be hard to find an Aquarius equivalent here, but it would have to be an air sign with a water symbol. Doesn't make sense too much. Mimir is the watcher of the celestial bodies and goddess of fate. She commands the elements of water and is associated with the fourth moon of the Eorzean calendar. Namina is a younger sister of Althik and master of Rhalgar. She is most often depicted as a weaver, donning a white silken veil. Her symbol is the spinning wheel. Himline, watcher of the seas and goddess of navigation, is the guardian deity of Limsa Lominsa. She commands the elements of wind and is associated with the fifth moon of the Eorzean calendar. Hamline is the daughter of Thalyak and the elder sister of Nofika. She is most often depicted as a strong fisherwoman wielding a long-bladed harpoon. Her symbol is the wave. Lord Avarap, bye all. Take care, Lord Avarap. Oshon is the ruler of the mountains and god of travelers and vagrants. I'm liking you. He commands an element of wind and is associated with the sixth moon of the Eorzean calendar. Oshon is the brother of Nald Thal and is close companion of Halone. He is most often depicted as a carefree ranger wielding a bow of yew. His symbol is a walking stick. Byrgot is the purveyor of architecture and industry, and god of the arts. He commands the element of lightning and is associated with the seventh moon of the Eorzean calendar. Byrgot is the elder brother of Halone and pupil of Thalyak. He is most often depicted as an ardent smith and with a two-handed hammer. His symbol is the hand. Rhalgar, breaker of words, is a god of destruction, and guardian deity of the now fallen nation of Alamigo. He commands the elements of lightning and is associated with the eighth moon of the Eorzean calendar. Rhalgar is the father of both Byrgot and Halone and serves as attendant to Nemea. He is most often depicted as a magus carrying a staff of bronze. His symbol is the streaking meteor. Ooh, that's fantastic. Azima, is keeper of the sun. I don't like you at all. I'll read it, but I'm not going to go with this one. The keeper of the sun and goddess of inquiry. She commands the elements of fire and is associated with the ninth moon of the Eorzean calendar. Azima is the daughter of Althik and the elder sister of Menfina. She is the most often depicted as a noble lady holding a golden fan. Her symbol is the radiant sun. Nald Thal, overseer of the underworld and god of commerce, is the guardian deity of Ul'dah. He commands the elements of fire and is associated with the 10th moon of the Eosian calendar. Nald Thal is the single manifestation of the deific twins Nald and Thal. He is most often depicted as a discerning merchant holding a balance. His symbol is the cowrie, an ancient shell currency. Nofika, tender of soils and harvests, a goddess of abundance, is the guardian deity of Gridania. She commands the element of earth and is associated with the 11th moon of the Eosian calendar. Nofika is the daughter of Azima and the younger sister of Himalain. She is most often depicted as a jubilant farmer holding a scythe of steel. Her symbol is the spring leaf. And finally, Althik. Althik is the surveyor of change and space and god of time. Oh, you command quite a lot of attention. He commands the elements of earth and is associated with the 12th moon of the Eosian calendar. Althik is father of Azima and Memphina. I'm pronouncing all of these gods' names wrong. And elder brother to Nemea. He is most often depicted as an austere emperor, wielding a mithril great axe. Mithril. His symbol is the hourglass. Okay. Right, let's check on what's going on in chat at the moment. Robert Page. Hello, Avak and Dabblings. Very glad to meet you to yet another stream. Welcome, Robert. Apple pies. If normal Avak likes the moon, does Dark Avak like the sun? Dark Avak, well, to be honest, normal Avak likes the sun. It's just, I can't go out in it. So I feel this kind of ambivalence. I like the sun. The sun makes me feel happy. It's sunny, you know. Snow makes me feel happy in the same way. But I know there's the sort of happy that very quickly turns into ouch if I try to get too close. So it's like, no. So I avoid it. And there's kind of this sort of bitter, I want to be there, I can't be there. But yes, Dark Abbot probably likes the sun. And he probably likes the fact that I get angry when I'm burnt, because then he's in more control. And, you know, can whisper in my ear, make me do terrible, terrible things to things. Menfina is the keeper of the moon and the goddess of love. We're going to be going with Menfina. Right, Menfina, I must remember. It won't do for me to constantly get my deity's name wrong. Okay, right, well, here's where we select our class. Not important. This looks like a great tile set for Dwarf Fortress. Yeah. This is also Robocraft 2.5. Okay, gladiators specialize in the handling of all manner of one-handed blades, from daggers to longswords, be they single or double-edged, straight or curved. A defining characteristic of the art is the emphasis on diverse combat tactics, training its members to bring their martial skill to bear in any situation. As such, they are practitioners who marry sword and shield, seeking to defend their fellow companions. Others opt for an empty offhand, choosing instead to focus entirely on their sword arm. In all instances, the age-old art of the sword makes the gladiator a formidable adversary in any encounter. These are disciples of the war. We'll get to disciples of magic in a moment. The pugilist. The path of the pugilist is one of incessant training aimed at mastering the traditional techniques of hand-to-hand combat. Though they command formidable power when unarmed, they are wont to use metal, leather, and bone weaponry to maximize their destructive potential. Their preference for fighting at close quarters makes negotiating distance an absolute necessity. This is why many pugilists are quick to learn that lightweight gear allowing for maximum agility ensures them better success in battle than does cumbersome plate or chain. Wow, look at that huge axe on his back. Marauder. The Marauder is a combat specialist whose weapon of choice is the Great Axe, a fearsome emblematic of Eorzea's pirates. Their approach to battle is one of brute force, relying on strength and steel to crush enemies and sunder weapons. They are highly sought after for their ferocity and intimidating presence, and are often employed to hunt down monsters plaguing the land or to turn the tide of battle between warring nations. You also have the Lancer. The strategy of the Lancers is to outrange and fluster opponents with their long two-handed polearms, peppering them with a barrage of thrusting attacks. They are trained with a number of weapons, giving a diversity to their attacks that makes them extremely versatile combatants. In former times, the longsword saw the most widespread use, due in great part to the influence of the proud Lancer legions of Alamigo. Since then, the guild has greatly expanded its armories to include a variety of weaponry, such as the halberd and the trident. Now you'll notice that each class seems to start in a different area, which I'm assuming it starts in a different area, but the fact that these are changing down here to the 3 starter cities does make me feel that playing a different class, even though in this game to swap class is really easy, you just equip a weapon from a different class and it changes your class. It does make me think that in order to play together, anyone who may also be making a character right now would have to choose the same class, or a class at least that starts in the same place. Sleepy Joe 2 would probably be able to update me on that and make me aware. I'm also going to take a sip of my tea. Calissa Fox, I'm back. Each class does start at a different city, but after about level 15 you get access to other cities. That's fine. That's fine. Thank you very much, Calissa Fox. I know that after about level 15 you get access to the other cities, but I wasn't sure if the story was just written that everyone started in the same city or not. Okay, Disciples of Magic. The Conjurer calls upon elemental force present in nature and concentrates them to a potency at which spells can be weaved. Through practiced meditation on the essences of creation, conjurers draw forth and absorb ether from their immediate surroundings. A wand or a cane made from unworked wood is then utilized to focus the ether until it manifests as the desired spell. The seat of the Conjurer's Guild lies at the Still Glade Fane in Gridania, where the voices of Eorzea's elementals are said to be most powerful. The Thaumaturge. In the hands of a skilled practitioner, Thaumaturgy can be a force of terrifying destruction. At the heart of this school of magic lies the ability to call forth and command the latent ether within oneself through deep introspection, to then mold the ether into sorcery. The Thaumaturge makes use of a scepter or staff within which is housed a medium, a natural stone imbued with magical properties, and the Arcanist. Arcanists, adepts of the art of arcanum, derive their might from symbols of power born of geometric techniques hailing from across the southern seas. Held within occult grimoires, these symbols lend shape to the Arcanist's ether, thereby allowing him to produce myriad powerful spells. Using the self-same symbols to unlock the latent power contained within gemstones, Arcanists are also able to summon forth the familiar known as Carbuncle to carry out their bidding. So they get a familiar to start with. That seems completely unfair to all of the other mages. You get basically an unworked piece of wood. Basically, we picked a stick up off the floor, dusted it off a little bit, sanded out a little bit of the moss and mold that had grown on it. But, it's basically, we just found her on the floor. You get, I can't see what you get. Is it some sort of, it looks like a little wand with a gem in it. It's a precious gem, I think. It might be glass, but it's coloured glass. It's pretty. Look, turn it this way and that way. You see different. It's beautiful. Yeah, you'll get on with it. But the Arcane is like, yeah, we'll give you a book and we'll give you a summonling. You'll have your own minion. You are the favoured of the gods, clearly. Bloody inequality. Avak missed Archer. Did he do it on purpose? Oh, did I? I do apologize. Thank you very much, Sir Pendragon. My apologies there. Archer. The enduring popularity of the bow is a testament to its elegant design, but this simple weapon would be of little worth without the surpassing skill of those who master it, the archers. Projectile techniques such as high-angle fire enable archers to assail their foes with deadly precision even at great distance. Constant assessment of the battlefield enables them to carefully determine the most advantageous ground from which to loose, as well as the nature of the arrows best suited to their enemy. Together with the longbow, sentries of the Elezen military, the shortbow hunters among the Mikote are widely regarded as most skilled with the bow. Okay. Super 2. Arcanist Summoner is actually one of the worst DPS for the end game content. Fair enough. And I'm going to be definitely going with Disciples of Magic. I know, witchcraft, damn it. But we're not going to be an evil witch. We're not going to be the sort that turns people into newts or, you know, makes fields go barren. We're going to be a white witch. We're going to be a happy, serene-looking, bald-headed white witch monk. I added the monk bit on there. We're not talking like D&D monks where basically my body becomes a temple to the point that it is effectively impervious to all damage and my fists can punch through walls of solid metal. No, we're going to be going with a conjurer, I think. That means we're going to be starting in Gridania. I like saying Gridania that way. I feel that it should be said Gridania. Okay. We are going to be picking... this world is not accepting any new characters. You may either wait for a restriction to be lifted or may select another world. You scallywag, you! I had wanted to go to Gilgamesh, but alas, Gilgamesh is full. Okay. Well, given that then, we are going to go to the EU servers just to see if there are any... it might give us a little bit of a better chance to find people in my time zone, though given that I'm doing this at 20 past 11 at night, one might question the logic in that, but I don't care. So we're going to cancel out of this. We've saved the appearance. All the other choices I can make quickly. And we will head back and choose the Chaos. So I'm going to try out, I think, Cerberus, then Odin. I'm fairly certain the Moogle is almost always full and almost always French. Apple Pie, Zavok, will you ever play Guild Wars 2? I do play Guild Wars 2. Okay, let us choose Cerberus, EU. Let's try this. New character, load appearance data, yes. We'll go with, is this the one? Yeah, this one's got a comment on it. Go! Fantastic. Dr. Moriarty, D&D monks are far from impervious. A light breeze can kill one, and then they have no way to return the favor. Lies, Dr. Moriarty. I've seen what monks can really do. Right, okay, confirm. We're all happy with this. Save appearance data. Don't need to. I've already got this. We want 21st of the first astral moon. Confirm. We want Menfina. Okay. We want a conjurer. Conjurer. Confirm. Ah! Is it really? No, Cerberus is okay. Ha ha! Good. Odin is full, but Cerberus is not. Very well. I choose Cerberus. Ah, good times. Let us go. Alright, full name. Avak, obviously. Surname. Gwalchgwyn. If I'm not Mostyn Yorick, then I'm Avak Gwalchgwyn when it comes to games. And Gwalchgwyn does seem to fit this. That is Welsh for White Hawk. So we will continue. Oh, my lord. No, wait. What have I done? That's better. Remember who you are, Avak Gwalchgwyn. Begin a new game with this character, yes. At long last. Only taken us an hour and 15 minutes to get here.